Okay, so here we are, and we're going to talk about the second stop, notice, and note signpost, and this one is called the aha moment. And you're probably already a little familiar with this one just based off what it sounds like. It's those moments where we have an aha moment. They just suddenly get something. So you might have had this one happen before. You're walking into a class and you see your classmates kind of all bundled around together looking at their notes or something, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh snap, we got a test today and I forgot to study the night before. That's an aha moment. You didn't know about it 1 second, but then in the next moment, all of a sudden you realize something. Or perhaps you've been in your room and you all of a sudden look around and you're like, this is filthy. Like, this is absolute disgusting. This isn't just messy and a little unorganized. I've now crossed the border from a messy human being to a filthy slob. And you clean it up afterwards or something because you had that aha moment where you realize you want to change something. And that's what an aha moment signpost is. It's when a character realizes, or when a character understands, or when a character finally figures out something. And it happens just like that, like in a snap. So when that happens, okay, let's say we have an anchor question for each signpost. So when you come across one of those instances where a character gets something all of a sudden, you want to stop and ask yourself, how might this change things? Because with all these aha moments, with all these, quick realizations of stuff, it's usually an indication of a change that is going to take place. Like with the messy room, you kind of realize that you need to clean things up, and you do. Or with the test you should have studied for, maybe you remember that and keep it stored in your memory banks so that the next time you will prepare so that you're not caught in that situation again. Now, when we note the signpost of an aha moment and we ask ourselves, how might this change things? Well, if the character finally figured out a problem, we're probably going to learn something about the conflict or the problem that the story involves. But if the character in the aha moment understood a lesson or something like that, we probably just figured out one of the themes that the author is trying to clue us into, one of those big picture messages that the authors want us to think about. So again, as you go through fiction and stuff like that, be on the lookout for when a character realizes something or understands something or finally figures out something very, very quickly. That's called an aha moment. And when that happens, when the character finally gets something, ask yourself, how might this change things? Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next lesson.